My name's Travis Frisque. I'm in the warehouse here at the Wellness Way, and I dabble with the security whenever it's needed. Been here for about 14 months. My wife Sarah works here as well, and she's in the corporate part of the building. She's been here for almost a year as well. I've been friends with Patrick for about a decade, so it's a blessing to be working for a friend. It's a family-oriented atmosphere. In fact, if you sit around for more than a few minutes, you're going to probably run into Doc, or you're probably going to run into a lot of people, and that'll come and say hi and greet you, or if you're like me, hug. It's a wonderful atmosphere here, and it starts with those docs out there that have this passion and put in the homework to be prepared for when you come in. I heard about the Wellness Way back in 2001. My mom had mentioned Dr. Patrick, and I had a little bad back, so I went there, and he adjusted me. But as I was there, I was recently diagnosed with ADHD, and I saw that he had a holistic approach to helping with ADHD. I thought my path was smarter with the medical field, and Dr. Patrick was right. I was the one that was way wrong. I had gone through a transformation in the negative, trusting the medical field through all my health issues and concerns going on, throwing a pill, starting with Adderall, and then they threw another pill at me for anxiety, and they threw another pill at me for my blood pressure, and I started realizing when I was about 30 years old, I'm going, what am I going to be on when I'm 60? It was kind of an alarm, and I went through some pretty tough things. In fact, I lost my job because of all the medications I was on and everything, and going through a divorce, and my body was just all jacked up through all the stress, and lost my job and lost my insurance. And what happens when you lose your insurance? You lose your medication. So the next thing I know, it's October 14th, 2011. I had locked myself in our room. I don't remember much of it, but apparently I passed out and locked myself in my room, geeked out, jumped out the window, and I ran 3.5 miles in my grandpa's slippers. And I woke up not knowing any of this. Turns out I was going through this crazy withdrawal, and my body, my brain just all got jacked up for a moment, and I took off. It was good cardio night, I guess. I don't know, don't remember. That was a really big wake-up call for me. I can laugh about it now, but that was incredibly stressful, painful, just to see how bad things have gotten to where I was just that unhealthy that quickly, and I'm only about 30 years old at that time. So that was when I knew I needed help, and I started making some changes. As Sarah was trying to get better, I started to pay attention. I would hear Christy and Patrick talking on the internet, on the Facebook, whatnot, and started getting information, and I'm going, man, that's backwards from what we're being told everywhere else. My wife started noticing a pattern of when I would take my medication, I would get all wonky, I would get all robotic and get all agitated, angry. And it was July of 2017. I'm still taking the Adderall. My wife and I had no kids that day. It was awesome. We were just goofing. Anybody who knows me, goofing is my thing. We were watching the car, having fun, and I realized, crap, I didn't take my meds. So I went in the house quick and took my Adderall. My wife didn't know what I was doing. I just went and took it quick. And within 20 minutes to a half hour, I became this robot. And this was the moment that changed my whole life when it came to relying on prescription drugs and everything. She grabbed me by the hands and she goes, you need to stop. I love you. I want my husband back. And we both cried. I knew right then and there I was done. It was a lot deeper than that, but it was just a moment where you have those moments in your life that they don't go away. You'll never forget them. And that was a day that I realized I needed to make a change. The fear was exposed. I learned how scared I was and how much I relied on that Adderall. And this is where it comes to testosterone part of my journey. As I got rid of the Adderall, my body went wonky, and it was horrible. So I got to meet with Nicole Selesky, our nurse practitioner here, and she was just the person I needed at that time, because as goofy as strong and tough as I am, sometimes I'm a little baby, you know. I mean, if anybody who's ever had the man flu understands, okay? So I was with Nicole Selesky, and she encouraged me to just do all the right things, take all the right things to get your body back into it. I thought it would be like everything else I do. When I'm competitive and I have my mind set on it, I get it done. I do it. But it wasn't that way at all. After I got rid of the Adderall, I thought it was good, but there were still some underlying issues going on. So I went to the Wellness Way, and they challenged me to get tested, and I did. And we found out that those underlying issues going on was testosterone, incredibly low testosterone. And I can't thank them enough for guiding me down a path to get me where I needed to be today. My body had to crash. The Wellness Way was here to get me detoxed, get me jump-started, for lack of better words. But it doesn't happen overnight. There isn't a magic pill for that. You just have to stay the course. So I started getting off of sugar, whether it be alcohol. I used to love red wine with my wife occasionally, but that whenever I have one glass of red wine, I want to have all these other carbs or this or that. And so you start getting rid of the things that are causing you to get sick, which is sugar. Eventually, you'll start seeing the light. And when you see the light, it is a snowball effect. And it's downhill at that point. And that was my 2021 journey, is when I saw the light. That's when I really started to see the gains of the weight loss, the clarity in my mind, just energy. Energy came back. So I just want to give props to the right people here. Nicole Selesky, Dr. Mitch, Dr. Sam, obviously Dr. Patrick. He's set up a wonderful system here. Nicole Selesky, she was wonderful. She was exactly what I needed. She treated me kindly, encouraged me, like the 2-year-old that I am when I'm discouraged. She was wonderful. Mitch, during my maintenance time where I was, Dr. Mitch corrected my body, because when I still had low testosterone, he was still helping me stay healthy with what we had to work with at the time, always encouraging me, always giving me things I need. And then Dr. Sam was also wonderful, just kind as ever. He's just such a good dude. He's just a good dude. But he kind of helped finish it, where obviously it's never finished, but he was just there all the time. And the final touch-ups for this current issue, he put stamps on it. He finished it off. And the whole time, they weren't mean, they weren't rude, they were always encouraging. There's a lot of men out there struggling. If you turn on the radio for a second, you hear a low T commercial or about a generic blue pill now, and all these things. Don't, stop. Come on in. There's gonna be some difficult conversations at the Wellness Way, but they're here to help you. They care. This is what they specialize in. This is what they want to do. They want you healthy, but you have to want it first. It starts with you. Don't take a shortcut. If there's a shortcut, there's probably a knife in your back later on in your life. Don't do it. Get your testosterone tested. Do it. Do it now. Come on. Get it now. Try it. Do it. Get to the chopper and then the Wellness Way. Yeah. That's a lot of spit right there.
That was a lot of spit.
So how'd I do?
Yeah,
good? We done?
Good.
Done good.
And I thought you did great. Yeah, thanks for coming in. Dude.
Yeah. Hey, baby. How you doing? What are you doing here? This is man time here.
Came to surprise you.
Okay.
Your story's amazing.
Yes. Ain't a you thing, ain't a me thing, it's a we thing.
Amen.
Wellness Way stories are glimpses into personal experiences shared between patient and doctors. These insightful stories share the perspective that was captured during their health restoration journey. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more heartfelt content from the Wellness Way.